Hi everyone, it's been far too long since I've made a video last. So I figured since I haven't seen you guys in a while, I would go over some old trusty supplies that I continue to use in my daily practice, but I also have some new things that I want to share that I've been absolutely loving. So let's start with the old trusties, because I feel like we can then ramp up to the newbies in my collection. So I have been doing a lot of daily illustration. Haven't been doing a lot of painting as far as watercolor, acrylics. I toyed with some oil painting in the beginning of the year, but that was short-lived. Maybe I'll revisit it later in the year. But it's been a lot of illustration with just pencil, ink, alcohol markers, and a little bit of colored pencils. So, of course, my old trusties are the 4H sketching pencil. This is the Kimberly brand, or maybe it's the General Pencil Company. Not sure, but it's a 4H. This is my favorite hardness to sketch in. It's easy to erase. It's always worked for me, and I love, of course, they don't come with a an eraser, so I just stick one on there, and I also like the weight that the eraser adds. I also love my Tombow Mono Zero. It's really small. Eraser helps me get into the nooks and the crannies. So that's an old trusty favorite. Also just a regular Papermate white pearl eraser. I love this thing. And of course, gum eraser. This one is Faber-Castell brand. This little piece I've probably been using for a year, and I haven't had to take any more out of the package. It just lasts so long. It works so good to lift up extra graphite that might be on there before I want to trace over it. Of course, have to have a ruler. I just always carry this clear one. I cannot use rulers that are not clear. Like, I have to be able to see my whole piece underneath it to really know where I want my line. So highly recommend a clear ruler if you're going to use a ruler in your work. And I use just a huge flat paintbrush instead of using my hand to wipe off eraser marks or excess graphite that might smear. I use a brush to brush it off my paper. I notice it doesn't smear as much, but I will say with the 4H, you're not going to get much graphite smearing. As far as colored pencils, I still do use Prismacolors. I did invest in some Faber-Castells, which I'm going to show you guys. I'm very excited about those. It depends on the look I'm looking for. For some things, I really prefer the Faber-Castell Polychromos, and then for other things, like layering, I really like the Prismacolors better. And I have been doing a ton of illustration with alcohol markers. I have several brands. I did just invest in a lot of Copic, which I will slowly be probably going to Copic only, just because I really love the juiciness of it, and you don't get any harsh blending lines as I find with some of the more I don't know, budget-friendly brands. Sorry, I have stuff everywhere, all over my desk today. I hurried up and cleaned up some of my desk here to do an impromptu video. So yes, I'm loving the Copic sketch markers. I also did buy a huge pack of the Chows. I haven't tried them out yet. I will let you guys know. I do have some of the Blick brand. I would say that the Blick, they feel very similar to the Sketch, and they blend very similar to the Sketch. And I do believe the Blick Studio alcohol markers are refillable, just like Copics are. And then some more budget-friendly ones. This Royal Langnickel. I think I got these from Joann's a long time ago. And the Artist Loft from Michael's. And the Tombow alcohol base markers. I'm not gonna lie, I do really like the Artist Loft brand alcohol markers. They give such good pigment for a budget friendly marker. So these are my budget go-tos. You have to be careful with your colors and kind of practice so you don't get any harsh blending lines. But if you work small or fast, I love this brand. These ones, they're okay. I would say the Tombows are my least favorite. They're kind of dry, don't hold a lot of ink, but anywho's. And of course my Prismacolor color pencil. It's my old trusty. Should have showed that earlier, but whichever. But I have started using Copic water and Copic proof pigment ink pens. Look how fine this one is. This is the 0.1, the multi-liner. This gives you such clean, amazing lines that you can go over with the alcohol markers. I tried tons of my black, quote-unquote, waterproof, permanent liners, and with the alcohol marker, it would just smear it. I would get frustrated. And then I seen this on Blick's website, and I was like, I have to try it. It's kind of expensive, so I only got one, but totally worth the money. And then I was walking around Hobby Lobby a couple weeks ago, and I seen that Hobby Lobby also has a set of the Copic multi-liners. So I grabbed this set. I haven't played with these yet, but they're the Copic brand. It says pigment ink, water and Copic proof. And when you open them, they look identical to this. So if I had to guess, I would say that they perform just as good. I will get back to you after I try them out more. Definitely one of my new absolute favorites. So, so good. I'll leave the paper for last. And then, oh my gosh, the holy grail of color pencils. Ah, I love, love, love these color pencils. I love the case. They are so smooth. And if you use toned paper, this color lays on so well and it pops amazingly. I would say that they don't layer well like the Prismacolors do, but if you want like a really nice base color that's really smooth, these are the color pencils for you. I absolutely love them. And then for paper, I bought white Post-its. I just went on Amazon and got this huge pack of white Post-its, and I have been using them to whenever I get ideas. I just sketch out my ideas on Post-its, especially like when I'm at work. Like an idea might come to me and I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to write this down, or I might be on like a little 10-minute break or my lunch break. It is so easy to just pop a pack of Post-its in my scrub pocket. So absolutely have been loving the white Post-its. They don't look really like white. They kind of look a little blue to me. Like if you put it against a white, you see the difference, but it's light enough that it works for me. I don't want like a yellow background or a blue background or a pink background. So if I wanted to like scan these dirty sketches, like I could do that. So I've been loving the Post-its for quick ideas. Stay, okay. And my new favorite to use alcohol markers on is the Tone Tanned Mixed Media Paper by Strathmore. I always thought, oh no, you gotta use white paper. But there is just something about this tone paper. It hides imperfections better. I just love the way that the markers blend on it. I love the way that you can use the color pencils to make colors pop. Absolutely amazing. And of course, I like to work small, so I just bought this 6x8 pad, and I actually cut this into 4s to make 3x4s for my pieces. And then I'll do just little pieces. I don't know, I like to work small, and a lot of times I'm short on time, and I feel like I'm just so detail oriented that even that itty bitty little 3x4 takes me at least a good hour to like sketch it out, to line it, and then probably like another hour to color it. So if you have some of this paper in your stash, I highly recommend revisiting it and giving it a go with some alcohol markers and color pencils, because it works beautifully. So that is what I have been up to with my current supplies. I will keep you guys updated on this pack of Copic liners and the Copic Chow markers. I have more coming today from FedEx, so I can't wait to swatch those out today. So I will share that with you in a later video. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Bye!